talked about. These guys are veteran players, 5-6 years in the league, that have been really good. The run and the pass rush that will add to this defense.
3rd down and 5. They convert it. Bazelak to Ted Hurst. 1st down. It's good for 12 yards. Trey Brown there defensively.
Yeah, Trey Brown does a nice job. He's playing outside, so he's opening up for that slant, and you like it's by the defense with secondary coming. So when secondary players come, guys got to fill voids and holes, and right there someone missed their assignment.
It's a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line for Tampa Bay. Running play for Tucker, sticks his helmet in there, and the inside run is stopped at the 5, so a gain of 2 for Tucker. You had Briggs in there, you had McGregor in there. 2nd down and goal for the Bucs.
I'm high on Briggs. I really thought he played really well last year. He's super strong, he's big, and you got McGregor, who's coming back again. He's a defensive end. They got a lot of ends coming in, free agency, draft. Will McDonald, where does that fit in for him? He's a guy that really has to excel here in the preseason.
Fake the handoff, toss it low, and the quick hit right there by Clark. Patterson didn't have a chance. Jordan Clark has been flying all over the field. No gain.
Yeah, it's really good tracking the receiver. You start on one side, and then as he goes underneath, sometimes you start losing your eyes and you don't find and track that receiver. That's a nice job, not only tracking, but making the tackle on contact after the catch.
13th play of the drive. 3rd and goal now for the Buccaneers. Bazelak has gone 7 of 8 on this drive. Sharp goes in motion. Shotgun. Bazelak throws. End zone. Taken away. Right at the last moment by Bamba. And it's incomplete. It looked like it was going to be a score.
Back reach and scrape that ball out. It's a great job by Bamba, at least recovering from a poor press coverage there to start the play.
Short field goal here for the veteran Chase McLaughlin. 23 yards. McLaughlin will kick it off. Back of the end zone, Pritchett is going to take a knee, and we check in with Caroline Hendershot. Caroline.
Yeah. Ian, a lot of people might remember wide receiver.
Is he a guy that maybe they're saying, hey, if Cade can't get it done, we can utilize him? Do they bring somebody else in? So a lot going on there with that backup quarterback situation.
Hand off to Braylon Allen. And Allen goes down quickly. A gain of 1. Hey, we've got a quick programming note to share if you're just joining us, and we're expecting to see This Is UFC and Boston Blue. You can catch them starting right now on New York 55. So Jets now face a 3rd and 7. Klubnik finishes the night 5 of 7, 56 yards with a long pass of 21 yards. On 3rd down, rush coming. Zappy is intercepted. It's picked off. Tampa Bay's got a chance down the sideline. Garnes, touchdown. And just like that, the Buccaneers with an opportunity to
again, just what a play for a rookie, an undrafted rookie. That thing.
Extra point from McLaughlin is good. Garnes out of Arizona, but also played at West Virginia and Duquesne. And quite a memory for him. Something that Bailey Zappy wants to erase from his memory. Garnes, the long return off the INT. And Zappy took a shot as well.
Olive Garden's got.
The Buccaneers have tied this game up with the Jets 10 apiece. Bailey Zappy throwing a pick 6. The rookie Aiden Garnes for Tampa Bay. McLaughlin kicks it off. And this one sails to the end zone. Once again, it's Pritchett. And he will take a knee. We send it downstairs. Check in with Otis Livingston.
Well, Ian, as you can imagine, there was a lot of encouragement when Cade Klubnik was running the squad up and down the field. There was also a lot of encouragement as far as after Bailey Zappy threw that interception. Garrett Wilson, Isaiah Williams, Demario Davis even came over to show some encouragement. Head coach Aaron Glenn came over, tapped him on the shoulder, tapped him on the head and said, we're all right, we're all right. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Back to you.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, you're trying to establish a certain culture here. A lot of new players, including Zappy, and some of the players that you mentioned, Demario Davis, new to the team. That's important as you build chemistry and try to build some trust with one another.
Yeah, he probably said next play, next drive. Like, I think the most important thing for him is how does he demonstrate himself in this series right here, and he can put that all to bed if he drives the team down for a score.
And Zappy's going to absorb a sack and a big loss. Back at the 25, Elijah Roberts, second-year pro from SMU, takes down the quarterback.
Yeah, you get pressure in the middle, and again, he had some time to deliver, but there's no opportunity to get this pressure picked up. And when you think about that, you know, that's going to be the biggest thing for this offensive line, that he's in there with younger guys. You know, how is he going to be able to go out there and really get the ball out of his hand to make sure that he can get those completions that he needs?
It's a 9-yard loss, 2nd and 19. Zappy spins away, buys time, slings it, and that's picked off on the deflection. It's Rashad Wisdom. Back-to-back turnovers for the Jets. And Arian Smith, the intended target, as it bounced off his hands right to Wisdom.
Yeah, and that's going to be on the receiver, right? Obviously, he gets that ball over the linebacker. It's slightly behind Arian Smith, but again, a guy that's in his second year, you got to make the tough catch. We just saw Garrett Wilson make 2 incredible catches behind his body. It doesn't look great, obviously, for Zappy because it's back-to-back now interceptions, and he needs his guys to help him pick up, you know, a little bit of how he's playing right now. But again, these things sometimes steamroll, Ian, and you don't want to have a mistake after a mistake, and that's what you're seeing right now.
Now the Buccaneers take over at the 38-yard line of New York. The cut there by Williams, and a flag down as Williams carries it just inside the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup. Coming back.
Holding, offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that is Luke Haggard, who is called on the hold. So nullifies a nice run there by Williams in his second year from LSU.
And right here, you see him hold. He pulls that outside shoulder pad, and again prevents the big young rookie defensive lineman Darrell Jackson Jr.
The spot still has a lot of learning to do. Catch and run, long strides by Patterson, and gets hit at the 41. Patterson had a head of steam. McCrary ball helped bring him down. 8-yard gain through the air.
And you just think about what you want to do offensively in preseason, and again, as you're thinking about this as a young player, a guy in the second or the third team with the Jets, okay, like they're not going to dive deep. What are they going to do? Quick pass game, slants. We've seen all these things from the Bucs. So how do you get yourself prepared for those type of route trees as a secondary player to go out there and make plays?
Jackson, a 4th-round pick, finished up at Florida State. Little floater handled by Williams. He lost the ball as he was heading out of bounds, and he'll be ruled out at the 36. McCrary ball on top of it. 5-yard gain.
It's a nice job. You know, you get to the spot, and when you get there, knocking a football out, that's an extra point. That's a plus when you get graded out on that. And again, you need those linebackers to step up. McCrary ball, you know, Michael Walker get a chance. Malinois, you need those replacements to make sure that, you know, when Demario Davis, Sherwood need those breaks, they can step in and be trusted.
They move the football to the 39-yard line. So it's 3rd and long here for Tampa Bay. They'll spread it for Bazelak. Bazelak in the pocket. Tight window. And it's incomplete. He was trying to force it in there, but Maury Bamba makes another play. Garrett Green, the intended receiver.
Yeah, again, another slant. Okay, now he gets his hands on. Remember, he didn't get the press the first time. Great for him to understand, hey, the next time I get hands on. And now he's at a point. May have been there a little early with his left hand, but he's able to knock down the football. So, again, a long player that learned from his first play that he didn't get his hands on, still made the play before, and able to now to make back-to-back plays on 2 series in a row. Nice job by the rookie.
Riley Dixon to punt it. Jamal Pritchett, who has looked sharp in this first half, the return man at the 10. Will he get a chance to touch it over his head? it will be a touchback. It was right there for the taking, but Williams couldn't bring it in over the shoulder. 39-yard punt, a net of 19. So the Jets get the football back, all tied up, 10-10 with Tampa.
To see, like, can he handle that place to be the backup? And it's not easy because he's not going to get the live bullets that you're looking for, but can he function and operate so the offense can execute at a high level if Gino were to go down?
Turning the corner is Wangu. Kene Wangu got picked up in 2024. Seen him on special teams. It's a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Pro Bowler for special teams. He's a great returner. He'll probably do that in the back. Isaiah Williams, both of those players, and if he makes the team and they keep him around, again, they got a pretty hefty backfield, but he's been a staple on special teams that makes him valuable.
Jets had a field goal to open up, backed it up with a touchdown, then consecutive interceptions from Zappy. Second down and 5. We approach 5 minutes to go in this first half, and Wangu has nowhere to go. He got walloped by Roberts. It's a loss of 4.
Yeah, clearly a blown block up front execution wise. You see that the center rips up underneath him and the guard doesn't come with him. Usually that's a combo block, both guys working up. They worked up to the linebacker and went to the same spot instead of meshing together, and that gives him a free opportunity in the backfield. And that's something, again, as an offensive line, those are critical. You must handle the line of scrimmage before you work up to the second level.
3rd down and 9. The last 2 passes that Zappy has thrown have been picks. Working from the gun. Step, throw, deep shot downfield, and it is too far for both his teammate McLean and the defender on the play, Damarian Williams. Incomplete.
Yeah, post route. Obviously, Zappy's launching that ball, but he's throwing it as if he's running a thinner post route. And you see McKean comes in, gives a flinch inside. He has to cross face, and the ball's not out in front of him, doesn't give him a chance. And would have been nice to get it in the air. He's 6'4", 195, so it's a big target. You don't have to be super accurate for receivers like that, but didn't give him a chance.
Austin McNamara. No pressure. It's a high kick. Fair catch called for at the 31 by Green and brought in cleanly. That's where the Buccaneers will set up shop after the 48-yard kick. So more Connor Bazelak, who has looked more and more comfortable as the game has gone on. 11 of 17 for 7.
Miami getting 2 practices in, and then 2 good series with your best players. So again, Aaron Glenn, not a lot of tackling this training camp, but he's given them the work they need in those joint practices and now preseason.
Deep drop. Bazelak could not hit his receiver, Josh Williams. It's incomplete.
A good pressure by McGregor on the outside. We talked about him, man. That edge room is deep as far as, okay, how do you make the football team, right? And again, those will be tough decisions to make. He's been here for a few years now, and again, you got to really your move as a player that's been in a Jet uniform and really stand out as you're heading into your 3rd season. So critical training camp for that young man.
McGregor was an undrafted free agent out of Michigan. Reputation is he is relentless. High throw, incomplete. Green, who's a former quarterback, tried to climb the ladder for it, but Maury Bombo was right there with him. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he's made a great transition. Played at my alma mater, West Virginia, and made the practice squad last year. But more importantly, Bomba's done a great job at the cornerback position. Again, getting his hands around the football. We've called his name out at least 3 times. I mean, that's a lot for an undrafted player, let alone a corner. And when your head coach is a corner, that really stands out and it means something, especially when he's the play caller now. So that bodes well for his growth and development.
Little flip, knocked up in the air, and it's caught by Sharp, but the Jets were ready for him. There was a lot of traffic there, and it could have been very costly for Tampa Bay. Ends up being a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, read out really well by everybody.
And Pritchett combination, punter and return man. Jets offered no pressure. Dixon skies it to the 13. Good runway there for Pritchett. And then gets gang tackled as he crossed the 25-yard line. 57-yard punt. That's a 13-yard return. Well, now let's take a look at the Jets profile. It's presented by
on in the passing game. So again, I'm just looking for that, from this offense to really go out there and do what they need to do to operate in the passing game and the run.
Pritchett walking that sideline and getting a couple of extra yards on the tiptoe for 10. Right, head coach with the Colts, head coach with the Panthers, a 14-year playing career, was actually stayed in touch, talked football. And Glenn telling us it's been such an easy transition that they see the game the same way. First down for Zappy and the Jets. Tampa Bay crowds the line, looking for the run. Jets give it to him, and Wangu carries to the 41 for a gain of 4.
I think there's something to be said too. Frank Reich played the position like you talked about, a long playing career, so he'll understand and see it through the eyes of the quarterback as he's calling plays, or he goes series to series as plays develop and say, okay, how can we tweak it? What do we go to? And those in-game adjustments are going to be fantastic for this offense moving forward. And he's also got a guy obviously like Geno Smith who's had some really big years in his career, and they're hoping to get him back, and I think he will. There's going to have a great offensive line, and for him to go out there and function and get balls to some of the great receivers on this football team is going to be fun to watch.
2-minute warning in the second quarter. We are on a give to Wangu, and the spin is right at the line to gain. They're going to mark it just short.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity, obviously, to get yourself in a 2-minute. They got plenty of time. They can call anything here. They're probably going to, I would think they may go for it if they don't get it here. But again, if you get the first down, get back on the ball, and you can run your 2-minute offense, these are nice areas for quarterbacks and young players to be in before the half.
This is a little less than a yard. Wangu remains in there, operating out of the gun. Inside handoff. Wangu's got the first down. He's dropped just across midfield. That's a pickup of 4. Clock continues to roll. Jets have all 3 timeouts remaining. 1:09 and counting left in this first half.
Yeah, they're trying to get a little tempo here. Call it on the line. They just got some receivers in to get the big bodies out. And you see Zappy now trying to function here and get these guys going so they can get themselves into 2-minute mode here with 3 timeouts.
Under a minute to play. Low snap. Zappy handles it. He'll toss it in stride to Wangu. Wangu did not get out of bounds.
Be a good spot to call timeout, but again,
it's a 4-yard pickup. We're down to 36 seconds left. Very close to getting into field goal range here for the Jets. Zappy is looking for more than that. It's complete. Catch is made by Cooper. And the extra move by Cooper takes it to the 20. Timeout called with 24 seconds remaining in this second quarter. That's a 26-yard hookup.
Well, this is exciting to see. This is their 3rd first-round pick this year, Omar Cooper, and he's known for making people miss in space and breaking these kind of plays. But a deep dig route, a lot of different routes, caught a lot of balls on the quick throws, quick passes. But man, that's a great way to start and get himself a nice catch, and a guy that obviously these Jets organization wants to see him elevate and play and be a part of this offense this year.
30th pick in the first round, won the national title, of course, with the Indiana Hoosiers. And the Jets are set up at the 20-yard line with 2 timeouts remaining, 24 seconds on the clock. Zappy from the gun. That's a flutter ball and a flag thrown. Contact Cooper and Williams. Penalty marker thrown at the 3.
There is no foul on the play for defensive pass interference. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Well, that's why the ball was moving in that fashion, because there was a deflection.
Got 2 interceptions. Maybe a quick pass, see if a receiver can break a tackle in this situation.
Zappy, rush coming. Pass was offline. It was caught, which actually hurt the Jets. Wangu, they're going to lose yards on the play as he's dropped at the 29. It's a loss of 9.
Timeout. New York. Their second of the half. 30 seconds.
So just not. Jets in field goal range. Tampa Bay will use its final timeout.
Timeout. Tampa Bay. Their third and final of the half. 30 seconds.
Todd Bowles, former head coach with the New York Jets,